In Los Angeles, a city famed for car culture and sprawling hills, there's one street so steep that it became legendary, Baxter Street. With an incline reaching a staggering 32%, this road is notorious for trapping buses and limousines at its crest, sending skateboarders down at hurling breakneck speeds, and hosting jaw-dropping viral stunts. So, how did a simple residential road become one of America's most infamous streets? Stay tuned to find out, as today we uncover the extraordinary story behind LA's steepest street. I'm your host, Ryan Socash, and you're watching It's History. Long before automobiles challenged its steep incline, the area we now know as Baxter Street in Los Angeles was inhabited by the Tongva people, indigenous to Southern California. They thrived in the region's diverse landscapes, establishing villages and utilizing the area's resources for sustainability. You see, the land that would eventually become Baxter Street is situated in the greater Echo Park neighborhood. And in the late 19th century, as Los Angeles expanded, developers imposed a grid system onto the city's hilly terrain. Without regard for the natural topography in most cases, this approach led to the creation of streets like Baxter, which defy the landscape's natural contours. Baxter Street was officially designated in 1872, and by the 1890s, it had been graded into the steep hill we can see today. The street's name likely honors Reuben Baxter, a tinsmith who relocated to LA in 1872. Historical records indicate that the Baxter family resided adjacent to Marcus W. Childs, who also happened to be the brother of prominent landowner Osro W. Childs, and it's plausible that the Childs family named Baxter Street in acknowledgement of Reuben Baxter's association with them. Initially, the street served as a pedestrian pathway, connecting residents to the Echo Park Avenue streetline car. This function was essential in an era when public transportation was vital for daily commutes, though it didn't take long for the street's challenging gradient, reaching up to 32%, to become a proving ground for early automobiles. Manufacturers showcased their vehicle's power by ascending its steep slopes, making it something of a testament to the street's unique place in transportation history. In the early 20th century, Los Angeles experienced rapid urban expansion, transforming a modest town into a sprawling metropolis. This growth led to the development of residential neighborhoods in areas with challenging topographies, including places like Echo Park and Silver Lake, where Baxter Street is located, as the decision to build neighborhoods on such steep areas was driven by a burgeoning population and the allure of a panoramic city view. And as I said before, developers imposed a grid system over LA's varied landscapes, often disregarding natural contours. This approach led to the creation of several steep streets, with Baxter Street being among the most extreme. And as you might imagine, transportation posed a significant challenge. Well, there is no evidence that streetcars or trolleys operated directly on Baxter Street. Los Angeles did have a cable car system designed to navigate similar areas. For example, the 2nd Street Cable Railway, operational from 1885, managed a 27.7-degree hill on Bunker Hill. Additionally, Angel's Flight Railway opened in 1901, connecting the steep slopes between Hill Street and Olive Street. These systems highlighted the city's effort to adapt transportation to its hilly terrain as something of an afterthought to the grid system. Though, as automobiles became more prevalent, Baxter Street's steep grade presented both challenges and opportunities. The incline became a testing ground for early automobiles, with manufacturers showcasing their vehicle's power by ascending its slopes. However, the street's steepness also led to numerous mishaps, making it infamous among drivers. Whereas construction developers were also able to showcase some of their innovative architectural solutions using this neighborhood. Homes were designed to adapt to the steep slopes, often featuring unique foundations and layouts to accommodate the landscape. The Baxter House, for example, showcases modern design intertwined with the dramatic site, emphasizing indoor-outdoor living despite the steep terrain, with the ultimate consensus being that living in these hillside neighborhoods offered residents scenic views and a sense of seclusion from the bustling city below. However, what they ultimately learned was that these steep streets necessitated more careful urban planning than had been previously considered to ensure residents' accessibility as well as safety. Over time, LA implemented regulations to limit street grades, capping them at just 15% to prevent the construction of such steep roadways in the future. Yet, even despite these challenges, the communities around Baxter Street thrived, attracting residents drawn to the unique landscape and proximity to downtown LA. Meaning, the area's history reflects a blend of ambition and adaptation so that the residents of LA can build their lives on the city's steep hillsides, turning obstacles into distinctive features of their urban environment. Though these days, Baxter Street is less known for its history and more for its jaw-dropping and sometimes hilarious scenes. Or perhaps better put by the locals, they say this is not just a street where you drive, it's a street where you survive. Let me explain. One of the most striking events here occurred in March of 2009, when a school bus found itself dramatically stranded atop Baxter Street. Due to the street's extreme gradient, the front of the bus became lodged at the crest, causing a precarious scene as local authorities carefully worked to free the vehicle. Fortunately, the incident ended without injuries, but it served as a vivid example of the logistical challenges presented by this unique steep roadway. Around the same period, Baxter Street was once again thrust into the public eye when a limousine attempted to conquer its notorious sharp crest. The extended vehicle quickly became trapped, high-centered in a position so awkward that local authorities were forced to a complex rescue effort. Images and reports of this unusual scene quickly spread, highlighting Baxter Street's reputation as a place where everyday commutes could swiftly turn into an extraordinary spectacle. Now, aside from these vehicular incidents, the steep grade of Baxter Street has drawn thrill seekers and stunt performers, turning it into a contemporary proving grounds, in a sense at least. In 2018, a professional skateboarder famously bombed down Baxter Street at high speed, showcasing skill, bravery, and perhaps a touch of recklessness. Captured on video, this stunt brought widespread attention to the street. It's actually how I learned about it in the first place, cementing its status as a landmark within skateboarding culture. Beyond that, in recent years, the street's extreme slope has also attracted social media-driven stunts involving electric vehicles, with viral videos circulating of cars struggling to safely navigate the incline. Such recordings often provoke both amusement as well as concern, with residents raising the alarm bell over increased traffic, noise, and potential danger. These type of incidents have prompted the city to take action, installing more clear signage, adding enhanced roadway grooves for better tire grip, and advising large vehicles against using the route. Yet despite these precautions, Baxter Street remains a popular destination for those seeking adventure or social media notoriety, creating a continuous cycle of fascination and concern. Today, Baxter Street isn't just known for its challenging topography, it symbolizes the ongoing struggle between urban planning, technological advancement, and human curiosity. In other words, the steeper the hill, the more compelling its story becomes. We'll leave it there for today, but I thank you all for watching. Until next time, I'm Ryan Socash, signing off.